Hey guys, Ron here, and welcome back to the series where I create Pokemon based on things I see in the real world. For the first bunch of episodes, I went for walks, on trips to museums, and even the zoo to find inspiration for the Pokemon I created. In the last episode, I created Pokemon based on what I saw on my trip to the Museum of Natural History. There's enough footage for multiple videos, so leave a like to let me know that I should make more Pokemon from what I saw at the museum. In this video, we're going to focus on the Mesoamerican and South American exhibits. We enter the Mesoamerican section and see a colossal Olmec head from the very first major civilization in Mexico. Always cool. Here's the famous Aztec Stone of the Sun. While commonly mistaken for a calendar, it depicts the blood sacrifices made to the sun. A sun god Pokemon wouldn't be bad. This stela's hieroglyphs are hard to decipher. An obsidian mirror made of volcanic glass. A regional bronzer made of obsidian would be interesting. A Mesoamerican style jaguar Pokemon would look different enough, but we've already made so many cat Pokemon in this series. I think I found what I want to make first. You see these elaborate figures? These are actually hollow urns that would be filled with ashes of the dead. These ornate figures depict gods or respected people dressed as deities. This kind of ancient artifact depicting those who have passed away inspired me to make a regional Yamask. This fire-type Yamask will be carrying an urn filled with ashes of humans that were sacrificed in the name of an ancient Pokemon god, and this god will be depicted on the urn. I decided to base the god on Yamask's urn on the Aztec god of fire, Xiuhtecutli. Here's a statue of him, and here's a mask of Xiuhtecutli. He was the lord of turquoise, volcanoes, heat, day, and food, basically like the sun. This Yamask's evolution will be an animated urn that shoots fire from its hollow, ash-filled head. I'm gonna start by making a very simplified version of the fire god's likeness. This urn, carved in the shape of the god, will be held by Yamask. Oh my god, what happened to my throat? The eyebrows will be a prominent feature since its evolution will be very wrathful. The nose will be based on the nose of Unnovan Yamask's mask, giant ears since it's a Pokemon god, and the earrings are just sideburns that the Pokemon had, instead of actual earrings like the Aztec god. He'll be crossing his arms and sitting down like he's angry. It's a very short-tempered god. The actual urn is in the back. This entire structure is a hollow cylinder. It has a loincloth hanging from its waist. Now it's about the proportions and details. I'm simplifying everything so it's not too complicated. I'm flipping it to see any proportional mistakes I missed, and now it's finally time for the Yamask. It's just Yamask with its extra eye dot in a different location. He's not pleased. He's holding the urn by the ear handles and placing its tail thing inside the urn. It'll be turquoise like Xiuhtecutli was associated with. Here is Yamask, a fire and ghost type. These Pokemon are said to have been formed when an angry spirit was drawn to an ancient urn depicting a powerful fire deity. Some say humans that were sacrificed in the name of this deity became these Yamask. Upon placing its tail in the ashes, Yamask gained the ability to control fire along with the ashes inside the urn. Yamask will partially submerge its body into the ashes to rest and consume the vengeful souls still remaining in the urn. This Pokemon wails in anger on cold nights, wishing to be alive once more. It will shoot out burning ashes from the urn like a cannon. The ashes act as gunpowder, fueling the fire and causing powerful explosions. They have a new ability called Divine Wrath. When Yamask is hit with a move that does not make contact, the irritated Yamask exchanges abilities with the attacker. Its shiny is basically an inverted version with gold instead of turquoise. Honestly, a very fine form of Yamask. Can't really mess it up since its body already exists. I think I was able to make the urn look ornate while still simple enough to not make the design too cluttered. Let's make the evolution. I'm simply going to take the sketch of the urn itself and split it up. This evolution will inhabit the head of the urn, but will have bigger eyebrows and eye bags. Its eyes will have Cofagrigus' famous shape, but it'll become more accurate later on. Just like Cofagrigus and Runrigus, its mouth will be full of sharp teeth in this exact order. It'll be shooting flames from the top of its head. The ashes are now on fire. Its individual limbs have broken off from the urn and are controlled by its ghostly spirit. A majority of the ashes and soul is kept in the stomach, and fire will be coming out of the end of its arms. This arm is rocketing towards a different direction. Once I made the feet, you'll notice how the urn is made up of a mosaic of turquoise. After coloring it in, I finally added the signature ectoplasm film that surrounded Cofagrigus and Runrigus. Notice how there's no ectoplasm connecting its rocket arm to its body. This fact will be relevant to its signature move. Behold, Urnrigus, the wrathful Pokemon. When dormant, this Pokemon looks like an ancient turquoise urn. Whenever it's picked up by those seeking power, the fire within Urnrigus explodes out of its head, consuming those who held it. Their souls get trapped inside the urn. The most wrathful spirit inside the urn is cursed to become Urnrigus. Its head shoots fire like a volcano. The angrier it is, the further its fire can reach. Trainers who respect Urnrigus will be able to use it in battle. When under a trainer's command, it fights with anger towards those who wish to defeat its master. It's able to expel fire from the end of its arms, launching its fist at the opponent. Although it slowly wobbles around like a ragdoll, its fiery punches are rather fast. One must offer up small sacrifices to Urnrigus by placing them inside its head. in order to replenish its fuel supply. Minerals, fruits, and beautiful flowers will suffice. Ernrigus has a signature move called Rocket Punch. It's a fire and ghost type physical move that deals 95 damage and has 95% accuracy. Since the fire power launches its arm outside of the black ghostly ectoplasm, this move actually makes physical contact with normal types. Gotta love the blue fire shiny. I personally love this depiction of an Aztec god. I was able to translate the fiery wrath into a design that works in Pokemon. I hope you're fine with the tiny deviations I made from the usual Yamask evolution. It's still got the eyes and sharp teeth of a Yamask Evo. Keep in mind that all the Pokemon I make today are kind of a hint for the future region that I'm making. I can tell you that it's not based on Central America or South America, but you'll find out in a year or two, so don't ask me when the next region will come out or what it's based on. You'll know when I tell you in a video. Got it? Next to the Oaxacan urns were the South American artifacts, specifically Nazca art from Peru. The most famous figures from Nazca are the Nazca lines, the huge land carvings that inspired Sigilif, who is based on the bird Nazca lines. As you may or may not know, there are other Nazca lines like the monkey and whale, so how about I make 2 other Pokemon that complete a trio that Sigilif is part of? 2 other Pokemon that guarded Unova's ancient civilization. Sigilif protected from the sky, and the other 2 were guardians of the land and sea, based on the monkey and whale. I'm going to combine this sea Sigilif brother with the Orca Nazca line and Killer Whale Nazca vessel. The ceramic Killer Whale actually has sharp teeth, just like the sharp teeth pattern on Sigilif, so I'll combine that to make it look like the mouth of a whale with its eyes inside the mouth pattern. The head of this Pokemon is actually the top eye sticking out, just like Sigilif. This is the Pokemon's command center, but it also looks like a fin. It'll have large arms like the other famous Orca Pokemon, but this also mimics the arms of the Orca Nazca figure and line. Now it's all about how I translate Sigilif's feathers into fins that this Pokemon will have. I also added the 2 spikes Sigilifs have. Kinda looks like a combo of Sigilif, Kyogre, and Giratina. That's a good thing. Now I'm refining everything and adding Sigilif's colors. Check out Drizzleif, the Aquanoid Pokemon. They never vary the route that they swim because they retain the memories they had guarding the coast of an ancient civilization that once thrived in this region. They use their psychic powers to communicate with other Sigilif over long distances. They'll coordinate attacks immediately after unidentified people and objects enter their territory. They shoot concentrated beams of energy once they encounter hostile invaders. They're able to use their psychic powers to float above the water. They'll even boil surrounding water to create steam, concealing their location. With their civilization long gone, living Drizzleif guard the submerged remains of an underground city. They have the abilities Wonder Skin and Magikarp with the hidden ability Tinted Lens. I'm glad I was able to make a Sigilif in a completely different shape without adding any additional superfluous parts. I hope it looks like part of a group of Mons, separate from Sigilif considering its anatomy is completely different, but still related through its power and purpose. So we're gonna make a giant, long monkey, and like the monkey Nazca line, it'll be hunched over. I had the idea of using those points on top of Sigilif's head as ears and giving it one eye, making it look like this scary guardian that crawls around. The tail is huge and spiral-shaped, like the Nazca line, and it'll have a bulbous chest like Sigilif. I turned Sigilif's bird legs into creepy fingers and toes, very unnatural looking. The rest is just placing the patterns in the correct place and filling out the colors accordingly. I think the design really emphasizes the group's possible relation to Unknown. Beware Sigiland, the Terranoid Pokemon, a psychic ground type. These Pokemon would guard the forests and jungles of an ancient civilization. They used their dense, bulbous upper body to crush trees in their path. They would flail their body in a circular motion to attack. There's no escaping Sigiland. It can jump high, crawl quickly, and climb as swift as the wind. It's able to use its tail to grab onto trees and enemies. They will let out loud screeches to alert other Sigiland. They would often attack in packs, surrounding invaders and unleashing psychic beams in unison. Sigilif would fly over cities and register the identities of every citizen and telepathically link their data with Sigiland, who would chase out any unregistered humans while fearlessly protecting the people of its civilization. During ancient wars, these Pokemon were brought along to be used as battering rams. They have the same abilities as Sigilif and Drizzleif. I like the concept of a Cyclops monkey in Pokemon. You can imagine this Pokemon going bananas on some enemies. The point was to make it look creepy and weird. This would scare invaders right away, but I don't want you to leave just yet. Press the like button if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't. Check out the previous Creating New Pokemon video, and go to the description for the t-shirts I made for you guys, my Patreon where you can get cool rewards like seeing my videos days early, which you can also do by pressing the join button. Follow me on Twitter where I post previews of my art, and Instagram where I post complete pieces. Bye!